It is now my great pleasure to introduce our featured speaker, Francis Lee, a graduate of our own College of Engineering. As a high school teenager, Francis Lee knew not one word of English when he and his family emigrated from Hong Kong to Sacramento in the late 1960s. But the young scholar wasn't about to let a trifling language barrier get in his way. His math and science skills soon led him here to UC Davis to our College of Engineering, where he graduated with an electrical engineering degree in 1974. A two-decade stint with National Semiconductor was followed by a few years back in Hong Kong, where he founded NSM, a joint venture of National Semiconductor and S-Mega. And all of this was mere warm-up. Lee made his industry rep in 1998 when he returned to Silicon Valley and became director and CEO of Synaptics, the Santa Clara company now best known for the touch sensing technology present in the majority of leading smartphones, tablets, notebooks, PCs, and all personal electronic devices. Francis, it's great to have you here.
Thank you, Dean Lavernier, for that nice introduction. Good afternoon. Chancellor Kent, thank you for sharing your moving and inspiring story. That was really outstanding. Distinguished faculties, graduates of the engineering class of 2013, families and friends, I'm truly honored today to be here to celebrate the achievements of our graduates as we recognize them for these important milestones. Let me first begin by recognizing the engineering school for its outstanding progresses over the years. For example, UC Davis is now recognized as one of the premier engineering colleges because it is ranked at number 5 among US universities as in a number of international scholars. Ranked at number 1 as a research university as a top producer of the US Fulbright scholars. And is also ranked at number 1 as the cool university for sustainable practices. Imagine that, a cool university, not just any universities. Indeed, you are now among one of the selected group of graduates that will represent these distinguished institutions. I am pretty certain if I were to start over again, I'll be very challenged to compete with the incoming class of applicants. Dean Lavernier, your fabulous past and present faculties and staff, job well done. Class of 2013, my heartfelt congratulations in completing a journey you started several years ago. It was almost 4 decades when I was one of you awaiting the delivery of my diploma and eagerly looking forward to start a brand new career in the Silicon Valley. I am truly blessed to be here, to be able to share your excitement and achievements. This class has more than 500 graduates with many engineering disciplines and cultural backgrounds. Some of you have multiple majors as well as specialties. In the next few minutes, I'd like to share with you the following points that has formed the foundation of my own career. First, supplier versus service. Second, you as an asset. Third, appropriate risk. Fourth, greed versus integrity. Fifth, tomorrow's engineering. Sixth, networking. And lastly, what is your passion? Besides sharing this great institution and getting the engineering degree, there's a common theme for all of you as you embark on the next step in your career. Independently of your major, you are all in the service business. Your technical work and projects are deliverables that will serve to support another person's goals and interests. In other words, your customers, whether they're internal to your organization or external. You are more than just fulfilling a technical specifications or just meeting a deadline. Do you know your customers' constraints and challenges? Do you know what's needed to meet and exceed their expectations? If you were in their shoes, how would you want them to treat you and service you? Are you exercising empathy in your interpersonal communications and actions? Clearly, you have done an outstanding job in meeting the academic requirements, or you wouldn't be here today. Now, you have to learn to listen, to observe, to inquire, and to collaborate in the delivery of your products or projects to enable you and your team's success in delighting the customers. The minute you only focus on the task that's given to you and forget the essence of service, you run the risk of being just a regular supplier. However, if you practice the skills and behavior of excellent service, you will build long-lasting relationships and goodwill that will serve you both in good and tough times. In short, your technical and analytical skills give you the opportunity, get you to the table. Your understanding and practice of the service concept will make you a star. I still remember my first paycheck as a semiconductor product engineer. As an immigrant into the United States when I was a young teenager, I used to sort tomatoes in fields not far from this campus. So that first paycheck as an engineer was a lot of money. As you work hard, you accumulate your savings and assets, and your net worth will steadily grow. If I ask you in a couple of years, what is your most remarkable asset? You may tell me it's your fancy sport car, your house, your nice investment portfolios, or just money in the bank. However, let me remind you, your most important asset is with you all the time. And that most important asset is you. Well, it's pretty simple. Without you, nothing can be earned or accomplished. You cannot make money and increase your net worth if you're not healthy and you cannot go to work. You will not advance in your career if you don't continue to learn and make yourself more valuable. If you are the most important asset, then you have to ask yourself, what are you doing to take care of this asset, and are you continuously to invest in it to make it last longer and work better? We all know the best way to take care of your car is by regular maintenance. Are you going to take care of yourself with regular health checkup, eating the right diet, and exercise regularly? If you take care of your house by upgrading the kitchen and adding a new room, are you going to upgrade your skill and accumulate new knowledge? If you're going to write a resume every year, are you going to have skills and knowledge and a new resume you didn't have a year ago? Do you have improvement projects, and are you going to regularly measure and review its progress? Don't make the error of taking yourself for granted till it's much later in your life and career. Although it may sound counterintuitive to you, one source of the investment in your personal growth is by taking risks and learning from failures. Star performers are not afraid to fail. The cliche, fail fast, fail early, is absolutely true if you take it in this context, because you will learn valuable lessons as well as further your career along due to the discovery you learned and also the new knowledge you accumulate. This is especially true when you're just beginning your career, as time is on your side. You have a long runway to try different things, to look for opportunities that will fit your passions. Another reason besides your youth to learn is to learn when it's not mission critical. One of the most famous quotations of NASA is, "Failure is not an option. Well, of course, failure is not an option when you're sending humans to space, risking their life and millions of dollars of investments. However, failures during trainings and simulations are ways to find weaknesses and to make the needed improvements. This is when NASA will learn and fix the problem before the real mission. Remember this principle. The more critical the mission, the earlier one has to learn and practice them before those skills are needed in a mission-critical event. I would encourage all of you to push your envelope and your comfort zone. Many of your life's most memorable accomplishments will result from you taking the risk and venture into something you have never done before. Kids learn how to walk through a series of falls. Each fall reinforces the next step to walk. Lifelong learning is a series of stumbling, walking, running, and then more stumbling, walking, and running again. Since the financial crisis several years ago, there have been lots of economic news around the world on the challenges related to growth, or lack of it. Consumer confidence taken a hit, and the downturn has been global. The root cause of this financial economic malaise are traceable to a few bad apples who have taken greed over integrity and ethics. They have not only stalled our growth, they have also destroyed their reputation, reminding all of us how important it is to never lose your moral compass, no matter what the challenges you face. The good news is we are slowly recovering from this abyss. Well, the bad news is unemployment statistic is still high and unacceptable. For those of you that are entering into the job market, I can understand your anxiety and concern. The bright side in this challenging environment is engineering-enabled activities in renewable energy, social media, internet commerce, infrastructures, health science, and information technology continue to be the drivers of the innovation in these countries. Well, in case there's any doubt, just look at Silicon Valley. It has weathered many economic cycles, and it never stopped reinventing herself from the early days of the semiconductor to today's Facebook, Google, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Apple. Many of today's productivity and lifestyle improvements are the result of engineering that has created new technology and driven innovation in the many different industries and markets. Well, how to deal with the reality of 8% or higher unemployment? Well, let's look at the bright side. If the unemployment is 8%, that means 92% of the people have a job. And 92% is a lot bigger number than 8%. And I believe that everyone in this graduating class has a capability to be part of this supermajority as you move forward in your career. Earlier in my message, I asked you to take a risk and push the envelope. But one more important piece of the puzzle in increasing your odds to the 92% is networking. As you venture into the corporate world, never forget or underestimate the power of networking. I have lived in the Silicon Valley for a long time, and the Valley is special in many ways, one of which is the opportunity to network with a diverse discipline and international population. Davis is a neighbor of Silicon Valley's ecosystem. There are over 17,000 engineering graduates in the Bay Area, and many more thousand engineering alumni in this country and in the world. Similarly, over the course of your academic career, you've been provided opportunities to get to know and to learn from each other beyond your specific domains and your cultural heritage. I will challenge you to keep track of each other beyond the popular social networking sites. The fact that you are part of this Davis family means you're in the vast network of the faculty and alumni. Learn to do what I call DNA. Develop, nurture, and activate your network, as it will serve you well in the future. Business is getting increasingly global in nature, and the world is getting flatter all the time. Finally, I'd like to encourage each of you to follow your passion, to try new things. You have an opportunity to make a difference in the world. The future belongs to you. Remember, you're using your technical engineering skills to service someone, your customers. Treat and service them the way you want to be treated and serviced. Have a good reputation. Never compromise your integrity and your ethics. Remember, the most important asset that you have is you. Always take care of that asset and never stop investing in it. Practice continuous improvement, and your value will always increase. And also develop, nurture, and activate your personal network as you build up your brand as an outstanding engineer and executive who is humble, eager to learn, confident, willing to take risks, and a tremendous individual and team player. Good luck in the next step of your life's journey. And again, my congratulations to each and every one of you as being part of the class of 2013. Make it happen, and my best wishes to you in creating and realizing your dreams. Thank you.